had the presenters. Oh, there we go. Good evening and welcome to the Village Board meeting, October 2nd, 2023. Call this meeting to order, and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. All right, Mayor Ogle.
Here.
Trustee Ledden.
Here.
Trustee Severia.
Here.
Trustee Rigoni. Here. Trustee Petro.
Here.
Trustee Borelli.
Here.
Trustee Rossi.
Here.
Attorney Lamore.
Present.
Chief Chalepis.
Here.
Village Administrator Pisha.
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barica.
Present.
And Clerk Schubert is present. We have a quorum.
All right. Thank you, clerk. If everyone would join me and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm very pleased to have this next group with us today. From the Crisis Center for South Suburbia. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we'd like to invite Lisa Malloy up to the podium. And Lisa, maybe you can introduce Jennifer with you.
Good evening. I'm Lisa Malloy. I am the Marketing and Engagement Manager at the Crisis Center for South Suburbia. This is Jennifer.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jennifer Kanacki, and I'm the Board President for the Crisis Center of South Suburbia.
So Domestic Violence Awareness Month allows our community to join forces to raise awareness about the far-reaching impact of domestic violence. Everyone knows someone affected by domestic violence, whether they realize it or not. The Crisis Center for South Suburbia wishes to engage community members in an open dialogue about domestic violence, its underlying issues and causes, and how to support survivors. We encourage everyone to get involved and support victims and survivors during Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Here are a few easy things you can do right now. Help us spread awareness. Engage with us on social media as we share facts, messages of hope, and create a united front against domestic violence. Share with others. Hang a poster in your business with our 24-hour hotline. Help create a supportive environment where survivors can help find hope and healing. Support survivors. Host a fundraiser. Donate a meal to our shelter. Check out our Amazon wish list for much needed items, or shop at one of our neat repeat stores whose revenue goes back to our services and programs for victims, keeping them free for all. Give. Give a gift of your time and consider becoming a volunteer. Give a monetary gift to support our effort to raise over $31,000 this month for our 30 Wonderful Ways campaign. Give the gift of your voice to ones that don't have one. Encourage open conversation about this epidemic and help break the silence. 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men, and nearly half of the LGBTQ plus people will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. High rates of domestic violence are not private, nor someone else's problem. They require community solutions. By acknowledging this reality, we can collectively work towards ending domestic violence and creating a safe, healthy community for everyone. Thank you for the honor of your attention, and we hope that you will help us make a difference in someone's life.
Great. Thank you, Lisa, and thanks everyone for having us this evening. As mentioned, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I don't know if everyone is familiar with the Crisis Center of South Suburbia. Anybody? Couple? Adam? I know Keith is. Okay, Jean, awesome. So I would just say that, this is a community service. It's in your backyard. It's in Tinley Park. It's in our home. And we have to make sure that we are offering services that are going to support those in need and give them safe haven. So what does that look like? As Lisa mentioned, 31 wonderful ways. October has 31 days. Every day, if we, had folks, $1 would make a difference. And what does that do for our organization? It is giving emergency shelter. It's giving hotline. It's giving court advocacy. These are real things that happen that we are there to support. And our center has been supporting for over 40 years. So we're really excited about the opportunity. We are very passionate about this. Lisa works for the center. I've been on the board for over 5 years, currently the plan president. So we just want to thank you and look forward to partnering. If you're interested, please let us know, and we would love to have you get involved. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. This is very important to us, and in the case of families, especially children, tend to suffer through a lot of this as well. So what you offer, in not just advocacy and awareness, but services, we want people to know that they're available. And I think the posters, if you leave some at the village, they can be picked up here and put in businesses. But October being Domestic Violence Awareness Month, we want to encourage people to take action to promote that social change and alert victims and survivors to the options and resources that are available to them. I would entertain a motion from the floor to approve a proclamation declaring October 2023 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month in the Village of Frankfort. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved.
All right. I think that was Trustee Savaria and Trustee Rossi. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The motion carries here. And ladies, we have a proclamation for you and plaque. We'll bring it over to you now. Our next item on here is what's called the unanimous consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and are enacted in one single motion. There'll be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone would like to remove any items from the consent agenda.
Mayor, I'd like to move item D2 from the consent agenda.
Okay. The Rusich residence. All right. So remove that. Any other items? All right. So with the consent agenda, can I get a motion and a second, please?
So moved. Second.
A motion by Trustee Petro, second by, was that Trustee Burley? Yes. We are going to go through the items that are in here so that those who are in the audience, those might be watching at home or at a future date, know what your village board is voting on. This is available, the entire packet in its entirety, as well as all the support documents are on the village website at frankfortil.org. And we will start with the approval of the minutes, which already was concluded from September 18th meeting, and we'll go to the approval of the bills and go to our Trustee Savaria.
Mr. Mayor, bills this month equal $3,673,361.35. $270,495.14 from the General Corporate Fund, $662,044.50 from the Motor Fuel Fund, $1,595,23.84 from the Capital Development Fund, $49,744.36 from the Sewer and Water Operations and Maintenance Fund, and finally, $1,096,053.51 from the Sewer and Water Extension Fund. Those are the bills.
Thank you, Trustee Savaria. Now we'll go to Trustee Borelli for an ordinance, actually, that we had the public hearing about.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the ordinance amending an annexation agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Jerry and Terry Warning. The corporate authorities of the Village of Frankfort held a public hearing just before this meeting for the purpose of publicly reviewing a proposed amendment to an annexation agreement entered between the Village of Frankfort and Jerry and Terry Warning concerning the property commonly known as 23504 South Harlem Avenue, Frankfort, Will County, Illinois. On November 10th, 2003, the village and the Warnings entered into an annexation agreement, and both parties desire to amend the agreement in its entirety so that it can be consistent with the documents attached to this ordinance. The motion before us tonight is to waive the first and second readings and pass an ordinance amending an annexation agreement dated November 10th, 2003 by and between the village of Frankfort and Jerry and Terry Warning concerning the property commonly known as 23504 South Harlem Avenue, Frankfort, Will County, Illinois.
Thank you, Trustee Burley. And now we will go to Trustee Rigoni for an item which people I think have been very patient and very happy that this comes before us tonight.
Thank you, Mayor. Sparks Coffee Company, Hickory Creek Marketplace, Outlot 1E. 1, for a major plan unit development change, and 2, for a special use permit for carry-out restaurant, drive-up service windows, outdoor seating, and extended hours of operation. Applicant Eliana Winkle proposes to construct a drive-through coffee shop at Outlot 1E, the final undeveloped lot in the Hickory Creek Marketplace Shopping Center. The applicant requests the granting of a major plan unit development PUD change and the granting of 4 special use permits to accommodate the proposed business operation of Sparks Coffee Company. The special use permits include a carry-out restaurant, drive-up service windows, outdoor seating, extended hours of operation to permit a 5:30 a.m. opening. At the September 7th, 2023 public hearing on the project, the Plan Commission reviewed the site architecture, landscape, photometric, and signage plans for the proposed drive-through coffee development. The Commissioner suggested for the applicant to proportionally increase the wall sign on the west elevation and to add masonry band on all sides of the building between the windows and the top of the roof to match the other outlot buildings in the development. The changes have been incorporated into the reviewed plans. The Commissioners forward a unanimous 4-0 recommendation to approve the major PUD change and special use requests with conditions. The motions before us to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second reading, and pass an ordinance approving a major change to the Hickory Creek Marketplace Plan Unit development to permit the construction of Sparks Coffee Company, a drive-through coffee shop, on Outlot 1E in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, findings of fact, and condition on final engineering approval. Building exterior shall reflect standard brick instead of thin brick, and the fence around the outdoor seating area shall be consistent with the existing fence located around the outdoor seating area at 19943 LaGrange Road, Camino Vale Restaurant. The accepting of the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings on pass an ordinance granting special use permits for a carry-out restaurant, drive-up service windows, outdoor seating, and extended hours of operation of 5:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday and 6 a.m. on Sunday to permit the operation of Sparks Coffee Company proposed for Outlot 1E of the Hickory Creek Marketplace in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, findings of fact, and condition on final engineering approval.
Thank you, Trustee Rigoni. So those were all the items that were on the consent agenda tonight. We have a motion and a second. And at this point, I ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the vote.
Trustee Severia?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
And Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right, so those motions, one item that was removed from the consent agenda was the Rusich, and we'll go to Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight we have the Rusich Residence Multiple Variances at 108 Walnut Street. The applicant and owner Sleeman Construction Incorporated proposes to raise the existing home and construct a new single-family custom home on the property located at 108 Walnut Street for Dan and Paige Rusich. To accommodate the construction of the new home, the applicant requests the granting of the following 6 variations. 1, front yard setback from 30 feet to 21.8 feet. 2, side yard setback north from 10 feet to 8.5 feet. 3, side yard setback south from 10 feet to 4.9 feet. 4, lot coverage from 20% to 36.7%. 5, impervious lot coverage from 40% to 45.2%. 6, first floor building materials from masonry to non-masonry LP Smart siding. At the September 14th, 2023 public hearing on the project, the Plan Commission forwarded a split 5-1 recommendation to approve the lot coverage variance request, a split 4-2 recommendation to approve the impervious lot coverage variance request, and 4 unanimous 6-0 recommendations for approval of the front yard setback, side yard setbacks, and the building materials variance request with conditions. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting the following zoning variances to the property located at 108 Walnut Street for the construction of a single-family home. A front yard setback variance from 30 feet to 21.8 feet, a side yard setback variance from 10 feet to 8.5 feet along the northern property line, a side yard setback variance from 10 feet to 4.9 feet along the southern property line, a lot coverage variance from 20% to 36.7%, an impervious lot coverage variance from 40% to 45.2%, and a building materials variance to permit the use of non-masonry materials on the first floor of the home, in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, findings of fact, and conditioned upon preserving the 2 existing trees within the right-of-way of Walnut Street, the air conditioning unit or any mechanical equipment to be located in the rear yard only, and a cobblestone walkway from the public sidewalk to the home and carried through to the porch.
Okay, thank you, trustee. So the consideration for all these variances, again, this was removed from the consent agenda, so there could be discussion on this item. Who would like to begin the discussion?
We need a
I would.
motion first.
Trustee Rigoni.
We need to make a motion first.
I'm sorry, we did not have a motion and a second. Can we get a motion and a second, please?
Second.
Motion by trustee Ledden, second by trustee Savaria. Okay, proceed, trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. I pulled this off of the consent agenda primarily relating to the 2 items that were not unanimously recommended by the Plan Commission, that relating to the lot coverage variation and the lot impervious variations. All of the other ones, I did have the opportunity to start this process as a Plan Commissioner and cited the same concerns that I had. In looking at the data that we've had before, this request seems to be just a little bit higher and a little bit higher, and the increase just keeps going. So the front yard setback, I've no concerns about. The side, both north and south, even the first floor materials, I think I'm the one that says that I think everyone that is downtown should be considering that. It's just the lot coverage and the impervious that I'm taking exception to, and I would like the record to make sure that that does reflect that it's just those 2 individual items.
Okay. I believe that those items, we looked at separating all of these, and to remove or vote down on those would have changed the overall scope of the plan. So they're all grouped together here. Anyone else would like to speak for or against this item at this point? Trustee Savaria?
So I looked at the material that staff provided. The lot's very small. There's not a lot that you can do with that lot downtown. And looking through some of the material, 143 Kansas already has a larger percent of impervious lot coverage, and very similar as far as the overall lot coverage. So, you know, given what you can do with a lot that size downtown, I really don't have a problem with this.
Trustee Petra?
Thank you, Mayor. You know, this is a true example of a hardship. That's where you come in for variances because of the lot size. It is an incredibly small lot, and I know we had a similar size lot on Walnut Street. This does exceed that lot coverage, and I think it's tied to probably the garage situation, and it appears that that garage is not salvageable where the other garage was salvageable, so I'm comfortable with the additional lot coverage. And I think in these situations, the lot sizes are so small, it creates the hardship, which inflates that lot coverage size. And I do want to commend the design. It's very in line with the design guidelines that we've rolled out and are in the new comprehensive plan that we utilize. And so the fact that the garage is not forward-facing, you're utilizing the alley, you're keeping the garage in the back, you've got the front porch, you have the right grading, and you're bringing in some new elements to some of the designs, so I'm comfortable with it. Thank you.
Anyone want to comment before we vote? All right. We have a motion by trustee Ledden, a second by trustee Savaria, and we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote, please.
Trustee Rigoni?
No.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Borelli?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Trustee Savaria?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, motion carries. All right, thank you. The next item on here is what we call the mayor's report. And boy, we have a lot of things here, so keep some water with me. First off, congratulations to the Hickory Creek Middle School girls varsity softball team for their outstanding achievement in winning the Illinois Elementary School Association 3A state championship in Normal on September 22nd and 23rd. That, again, that's an amazing feat. The boys also went downstate. They did an admirable job as well, but didn't come up on top. The last scheduled day for our village providing branch pickup service is going to be October 9th. New Way Disposal will continue yard waste and branch pickup through November. Bundles and yard waste bags must have a yard waste sticker affixed to them for pickup by New Way. Yard waste stickers available for purchase at the Village Administration Building. And the village will provide 7 free curbside leaf collections for the year. The leaves will be picked up once a week from October 16th through November 27th. The Frankfort Police Department is hosting 2 police testing prep tests classes for individuals interested in a career in law enforcement. They'll be on Saturday, October 14th and Saturday, November 4th. They're from 10 a.m. until noon, and it's going to be at the Frankfort Village Hall right here. Registration is required, and you should visit Frankfort IL for more information. Our second annual Scary at the Prairie that's the 5K costume run and spooky sprint, which will be in downtown Frankfort on Saturday, October 21st at 10:30 a.m. And the events include a 100-yard dash for the 5s and under, 1 mile run for 10 and unders, and a 5K run walk, which any age can participate. Online registration is available at raceroster.com. And the event will feature a costume contest, DJ music, balloon artist, face painter, bonfire, and much more. We have a bunch of surprises that day as well. I've already picked out my costume, and I'll be there, and looking forward to this. Fun event. Make sure you bring your kids, grandparents, parents, children. It's a great thing. Visit the village website for more information. And our Frankfort Police Department will host its annual Safety Trunk or Treat Halloween event. That'll be on Saturday, October 28th. It's from 10 a.m. to noon at the Brighter Green parking lot in downtown Frankfort. The E.F. Bucko Costume Parade will kick off the event at 10 a.m., followed by trunk or treating. Local businesses and organizations will pass out candy and trinkets to the children from their decorated trunks for this family-friendly event. The police department will be accepting canned food and non-perishable items at the event as well, and all donations will go to the Frankfort Township Food Pantry. Our Frankfort Country Market continues every Sunday in downtown Frankfort from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m., and that'll go through October 29th. And just so everybody knows, the trick-or-treat hours, the official trick-or-treat hours for the village of Frankfort, not including the outside areas, it'll be from 4 p.m. until 7 p.m., and that's on Tuesday, October 31st. And that is all I have tonight for the mayor's report, and we will go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. It's nice to see so many people here for the meeting tonight. Just a reminder that residents are always welcome at our meetings. Our next committee of the whole will be Wednesday, October 11th at 5:30. And the next village board meeting will be Monday, October 16th at 7 p.m., both here in Village Hall. And that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you, Katie. And now we'll go to trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would like to echo what Katie said. It's good to see so many people here tonight. I'm glad that we're recognizing your organization for this month and hope that it is a very successful fundraiser. The home that was just approved is going to be beautiful. I think chose a great builder and he's going to do a wonderful job. And I also would like to congratulate the Hickory Creek Middle School on their softball victory for state. That's great. And also mention I'm excited about the development that's going on downtown and some of the things that will be coming over the next few months. So some new amenities and services, a long time coming, so it's very exciting. That's all I have.
Thank you, trustee Ledden. Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to start out by wishing Trustee Ledden a happy belated birthday. 45? Exactly. Yeah. And congratulations to the Hickory Creek girls softball. And then last, I want to wish my son Noah good luck on Sunday. He'll be running his first marathon in the Chicago Marathon. So that's all I have.
Very nice. Trustee Rigoni.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate Sparks Coffee. I know that that was a lot of time that they spent with staff to get us a product to fill in that missing piece on Hickory Creek Marketplace. So I'd like to thank them. I'd also like to thank the police department, as on September 24th, we had Country Market with a Cop. So I'd like to thank them as well as all the residents that came out. It's so great to see all of our residents get to have our police become a friendly face, particularly our little residents as well. That brings comfort to know that they kind of make a friend as they go out there and get some great treats there. So thank you for all of your work and effort for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Rigoni. Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. I too want to congratulate the Hickory Creek softball team. It's very exciting to bring home the ship. And shout out to the baseball team too, to making it to the state finalists. It was really fun to see all the pictures and the big smiles, and the parade looked like a good time sending them off. I want to echo Trustee Ledden's comments. There's a lot going on in Frankfort. These are projects that we've been working on, some of them years. So you're starting to see some fencing and things move and businesses open, and it's just exciting to see what's coming with new amenities as far as dining, and a big welcome to the Sparks Coffee as well. We'll be looking forward to seeing that addition. Jean, good luck to Noah. I hope the weather cools down a little bit for that Chicago Marathon. That'll be exciting, and a happy birthday to Mike Ledden as well. Thank you.
Trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. First wanted to pass my condolences to Orville Bell, with the staff, on the passing of his wife, Kay. I think a lot of people in the village know Orville. Great guy, and sorry for your loss. I do want to wish Trustee Ledden a belated happy birthday. Looks like he celebrated with a great haircut, so well done. I want to congratulate the boys baseball on making state, and then of course the girls softball. I mean, greatest sport in the world. So watching them take home the championship is fantastic. Mayor, I'd love to see us celebrate state champions again here. I think it's a nice thing for the kids to come in, and I don't know, it used to be the highlights of my meetings when we were here, and seeing all the kids and parents in the crowd and getting to meet the mayor. So I think it's something nice, and hopefully it's something you consider for these girls. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Trustee Burley. Trustee Rossi.
Mr. Mayor, I have no report tonight.
Thank you. We are going to go to our police chief tonight for a report, special report.
Thank you, Mayor. As many are aware, the Frankfort Police Department responded to an armed robbery around 9:30 p.m. last Friday night, September 29th, at 28 West Nebraska. The victim was approached by an armed unknown offender who demanded her purse, and the victim was able to get away without physical harm. The offenders fled, and the incident is under active investigation. Additional details regarding this incident can be found on our Facebook page. It appears this incident was a crime of opportunity, and although our agency provides a regular presence in the downtown area, we have increased this presence. We ask anyone with information regarding this incident to contact our police department at 815-469-9435. And always just please remember to call the police if you view anything suspicious persons, incidents, or vehicles. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Chief. Next item on here is what we call other business. Is there other business before, from our board? Okay. Now we'll go to public comment. This is a period of public comment. It's not a back and forth. It's not a public hearing. But anyone who would like to address the village board, please come forward at this time.
Hello, my name is Samantha Gaska. I am running for State Senate District 19, but I'm not here for that. I'm here as a private citizen to say thank you to Mayor Ogle and to the board for acknowledging Domestic Violence Awareness Month and making a big deal out of it. I myself am a survivor of domestic violence and sexual abuse in my childhood, so I just thank you guys so much for just allowing your hearts to pour out to these organizations on that behalf. So that was it.
Thank you. Anyone else who would like to make a public comment before the village board tonight? Okay. Hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.